What's going on? It's Alex with Max Exposure, bringing you the latest tips, techniques, and tech reviews for the small business community. So today I want to talk about a topic, you either love it or you hate it. That's prospecting. We get a lot of questions on prospecting from clients, throughout the years from our own salespeople. And a lot of people just want to know, where do I start? I'm new to business or I don't have a full pipeline. How do I fill up that pipeline with prospects? And you might not like the answer I'm going to give you, but the number one sales tool you have at your disposal is your phone. And, if you really narrow down your prospects and target your prospects, you have a good script to use. Cold calling can be extremely effective in getting new prospects. Some people like to cold call over the phone. Some people prefer to walk in and meet people face to face. But I just want to talk about a website that we use a lot. Again, it's free, so that's a huge benefit, and that's referenceUSA. So if you don't know, you can access referenceUSA with a library card. So go to your local library, get a library card, and pretty much all local library websites that I've come in contact with have a link to referenceUSA. So you have to go through your local library's website, get through to referenceUSA, put in your library card number, and you should gain access. So let's go through just a couple things that I like about it. And if you've never used it before, this will be, I think, pretty cool to see. So right away, we have a quick search option. We have an advanced search option. I personally like to go to the advanced search just because, again, when we're doing it, we like to really target in on our prospects so that we make sure we're talking to kind of the same group of people. It comes down to, do you know the industry that you're calling into? Do you know their issues that the industry is facing? And how can you be helpful? So that's really all it comes down to. So when we found, and we've tried it all different ways, but jumping from different company to different company, it's a whole different conversation. So I personally just like to kind of stick to one industry, and at least that's what we found has been the best so far. And so you can see right away we have about 15 million businesses on record right now through referenceUSA. In our experience so far, it's been pretty accurate. Not a lot of businesses that are out of business are still on here. Not a lot of wrong phone numbers or anything, disconnected lines. So it's been pretty good so far. But let's narrow down that search. Obviously, we don't want to call it to 15 million businesses. Maybe you do. But the first thing we do is we go the keyword under business type. And that's where we're going to hone in on a certain industry. So I'm just going to pick restaurants. It's one we use for an example a lot. And I'm going to see restaurants right here. So all I'm going to do is select it, and I'm going to go update our count. And you'll see it goes from 15 million to about 700,000. So we're getting there. The next thing I would like to do for me personally is narrow it down now by city and state. So I'm going to just pick a city for an example. Let's go with Lexington, Kentucky. Okay. Whoops. All right. So now we have Lexington, Kentucky, and now we have about 800. So now we're getting close to the number that would be manageable and getting down to the prospects that we really want to go after. Now, the next thing you can do, and sometimes we do this, sometimes we don't, but we can select sales volume. So this would really depend on, it really depends on the marketing strategy, at least for us, that we're looking to, offer. If it's a higher end marketing strategy and that's something we're trying to push, then obviously we want to go after restaurants that do a little bit more in sales than normal restaurants, because they would obviously have a higher marketing budget. So those are all things you can think about, is the price point of your product or service, and maybe selecting a certain sales volume, because usually they have higher marketing budgets. You can go after some special interests, like, or not interests, but some special selections like Fortune 1000 companies. So there are all different ways that you can go after new businesses, years established. So if someone's fairly new, maybe you have something to offer them. So there are all different ways that you can kind of slice and dice these metrics and really start to really target the type of businesses that you're looking to essentially do business with. And so, we talked about in a previous video the right customer for you and the cost of sometimes having the wrong customer. And that can actually be more of a, financial burden than it is a good thing. So go after the right customers, go after the right prospects. So hopefully this would be helpful to you. Again, it's completely free. That's why we like it. A lot of salespeople like it, especially when you're just getting started out. You might not have a lot of money right at the beginning. This is a great way to start filling the pipeline, going after certain businesses in a certain geographic location in a certain industry, and just burning up the phone until you get appointments booked. So anyways, hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, just leave them below in the comments. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. Have a great night tonight, guys. Take it easy.